Alright, I promised to talk about somebody with the difference between Fortitude and Treachery. I remember. Hopefully you're still here. Alright, so Fortitude versus Treachery. How do I count the ways? So let's talk about Fortitude first, since I have one right in front of me. And Fortitude is an interesting plate of armor because it has a massive defense bonus. So it gives you the ability to have level 15 chilling armor when struck, which is going to give you a defense bonus to your character. So as you can see, he has 7,271 defense, but his base is only 1,545. So this has to do with the chilling armor effect, which is being added to him. If you look at him, so you can literally see that he has these little wispy ice crystals coming up around his character, so that lets you know that he is in fact chilled armoredness. Alright, so that's one thing that is a plus, and that is something that you can actually get yourself, so you can actually swap it to yourself, get the chilling armor, and then swap it back. And it does last for a pretty good amount of time. I think it's like, I want to say it's 11 minutes. I remember looking it up one time. I think it was like 11 minutes. I don't know for certain. Or maybe it was 4.5 minutes. I think I'm confusing two different armors. I'm probably confusing two different armors. So, that is one of the reasons why people love to use Fortitude, is for that chilling armor effect, because it gives them a defensive bonus. Especially for classes that don't have a defensive bonus. Next, we have 25% faster cast, which does absolutely nothing for your Mercenary, unless you are using it in an Act 3 Mercenary. You've got 300% enhanced damage, which is going to beef up his damage. You'll see here that he has 2,343 damage. Actually, you might not be able to see it, because I think I'm in the way. So he has 2,343 damage. And 8,865, and when I take off the armor, you'll notice that his damage goes down to 1,500 to 5,676. So it's definitely a huge increase to his life. Sorry, it's damage. Now, it also gives him a defense bonus of 215%, which is on the plate itself. And then he gets 148 to life based on character level. Replenish life 7, 5% maximum lightning resist, all resistances 30, damage reduced by 7, and 12% damage taken goes to mana, which doesn't help him at all. The armor itself is very nice from a defensive standpoint, and it is also very nice from an offensive standpoint. And those are the main characteristics of a Fortitude, and the reason why people love to put it on a Mercenary, in fact, they usually put it in an ethereal plate. The reason why I don't have it in an ethereal plate is because it was meant for testing on characters, not mercenaries. The Treachery, on the other hand, which I have a Treachery on my online character. Bink, 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 bink. I think he's got Treachery. I'm pretty sure he's got Treachery. Alright, so, no, he doesn't have a Treachery, does he? Dang. Who does have a Treachery just sitting on him? Amazon? Take my Amazon. By the way, thank you, Onyx, for my Arcane's Valor Balrog skin. Yes! Long, long time ago, eons and eons ago, when I played version 1.07 Diablo 2, I had in my possession one of the most OP armors in the game, which was the Arcane's Valor Balrog skin. And they nerfed it. Oh, they nerfed it hardcore. The 1.07 and 1.08 Balrog skins, Arcane's Valor Balrog skins, were just amazing. Like, I can't even explain it to you guys. The amount of HP and the amount of vitality that they gave was just through the roof. We're talking like 246 vitality points. And that's not even like the end of it. Okay, so Treachery. Treachery. I'm pretty sure my Necromancer's Merc has one. I'm pretty darn sure. Yes. Alright, so Treachery. So Treachery is very interesting because it has a lot of effects on it. It has a 5% chance to cast level 15 Fade, which is about 450 poison damage. It has 25% chance to cast level 15 Venom. Or sorry, Venom is the 450 poison damage. I don't know why I was mixing the two up. I think because on the other armor, the Venom is first. So Venom, level 15 Venom is about 450 poison damage added, just added straight to your attack. Then it has 5% chance to cast level 15 Fade when struck, which is pretty amazing an ability. And in fact, it's actually kind of hard to explain everything that Fade does without actually going and taking a look at Fade. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take you over to a website, and we're going to take a look at the effects of Fade. Why do these websites think that they can just like take up the entire website with ads so you can't see anything? Do they really think that people are just going to be like, nah, fam, I don't need to see nothing. Who needs to see anything on this website? Just take up my entire screen. That's all right. All right, so here we have on the website, we've got level 15 Fade, which is right here, and we have a physical damage reduction, so physical resistance percent of 15%. So we're getting 15% damage taken away from all physical incoming damage, which is amazing. We have 60 to all resistances when the Fade procs. We have a curse duration reduction of 79%, which is going to help keep our Merc alive a lot. We also have a duration of 288 seconds, which when you divide that by 60, you end up with, I believe it's 4.5 minutes, but let's go ahead and run it on the calculator anyway. So 288 divided by 60 equals 4.8 minutes. So a little bit more than, so almost 5 minutes, roughly. And the interesting thing here is that it has multiple effects. So we have a physical damage component, which is reducing the incoming damage he's taking. You have a resist all, which is, of course, reducing the incoming damage he's taking. And you have the reduction in curses, which killing the curses faster is also going to reduce the damage he's taking. So things like Decrepify and Amplify damage are going to reduce off him faster. Curses like Weaken, which decreases damage, are going to remove off him faster. In general, this is just an amazing defensive ability, and you're going to notice that when he has Fade up, he's going to be much more survivable in general. So let's go back to the armor and take a look at the other effects. So we also have plus to assassin skills, which is unless you're an assassin, means nothing. 45% increased attack speed, which is huge. 20% faster hit recovery, which is very important for mercenaries, and cold resist 30%. So you look at this armor, the two things you're really looking at is the Fade, the IAS, and then the faster hit recovery is also nice to have as well. So the survivability aspect is coming from the Fade, and the damage aspect is coming from the increased attack speed. Because as you could imagine, if your Merc is attacking faster, he's also dealing more damage. If he's attacking faster, he's also stealing more life. If he's attacking faster, then if he's chilled or decrepified or wholly freezed or he's being hit by a clay golem, he's going to be attacking faster. Just in general, it's nice for a mercenary to have increased attack speed. So when you compare Treachery versus Fortitude, you have to compare it under the auspices of is Treachery better than Fortitude, or is Fortitude better than Treachery? But what's the purpose that you're trying to achieve? Are you trying to keep him alive? Because I think Treachery honestly keeps him alive better. If you're trying to increase his damage, I think Fortitude, because it has that 300% damage bonus, might be better than Treachery. There are a lot of parses between Treachery and Fortitude. A lot of people believe Treachery is the superior armor, to Fortitude. I honestly think that Treachery is cheaper. That's my view on this. I think Treachery is a cheaper armor, and I think that that just in general, they're really close together as far as survivability on a Merc. So if you're running a Merc and you're trying to decide between Treachery and Fortitude, think about the fact that Treachery is a hell of a lot cheaper. And you could potentially use your low rune in something else, which may be more valuable. Like, for instance, a Grief. If you are a melee character, Grief uses the low rune. Grief is Eth tier low Mal Ral. And low being the most expensive rune word in that rune word, or rune in that rune word, you're definitely going to want to save your low rune for a Grief rune, a Grief sword. So if I were trying to make a decision between Treachery and Fortitude, I would probably go with Treachery because I'd want to use the low rune on something else. Now, granted, the downside of Treachery is that you have to get it to proc. So if it's not procced, it's not going to do anything for you. So let's take a situation right now. So let's go over here to Frigid Highlands. And let me go ahead and summon my Golem. And we'll get some amp damage up, and we'll let him have some fun over here. And let's see how long it takes for him to get the proc. Dude, he freaking... Oh, this is normal difficulty. Hold on. Let me go to hell difficulty. Crispy rune words. You like those crispy rune words? I like crispy rune words.
Good day.
I don't know. It's been my personal experience that when it comes to mercenaries, they die for one of a variety of reasons. Number one, they don't have enough faster hit recovery. And the lack of faster hit recovery causes them to go into faster hit recovery stun loops. Faster hit recovery stun loops are one of the easiest way to get your merc killed. Not enough defense. So when your mercenary doesn't have enough defense, he's more likely to get stuck into faster hit recovery loops because he gets hit more often. Now, getting hit more often doesn't necessarily mean he's going to get stuck in faster hit recovery loops, but it means that there is a much higher chance of it. And this can be a problem. And that's one of the reasons why I do like Treachery, is because it does have 20% faster hit recovery, and I can stack some FHR on them from other sources if I need to. But you need to have at least a little bit of faster hit recovery on your Merc to really help them out. Lifesteal is a big factor. If you don't have any lifesteal on your Merc, I notice that they tend to die eventually, just simply because they don't regenerate their life quickly enough. And the 45% IAS on that particular armor is helping the Merc because he's getting able to, he's more able to hit quickly, so he can smash the target faster and restore his life quicker. And then finally, resistances. If your Merc doesn't have good resistances, he's probably going to get smashed by elemental damage. The Treachery takes care of like all of that. It takes care of the physical damage reduction. It takes care of the faster hit recovery. It takes care of the speed of the weapon. It takes care of the resistances. It removes the curses from him faster. I mean, like all in all, I feel like the Treachery is providing pretty much everything that your Merc needs, if you can get the ability to proc. But he hasn't been in any danger. Like, he's been absolutely demolishing everything, and that's kind of the thing with the Mercenary. Once you get him fully geared up, they're rarely in danger. Let's go to Chaos, and let's see how he holds up in Chaos, shall we? Because you specifically said Chaos, so let's go there. I don't even have my army up. I probably should have my army up. Alright, incoming army. Does he have the effect procced yet? He does not. Now, if you were a rich person, you could have a Fortitude sitting around, give him the defense bonus and the Fade proc. You could literally put the Treachery on him, get the Fade proc, take the Treachery off, put the Fortitude on him, and he'd have both. Alright, I got my full army now, so let's make some progress, shall we? I like to skip this part. This part sucks. Get in there, buddy. Come on. I really rely on my Merc as a Necromancer. I know a lot of people don't rely on their Merc, but I've come to really rely on his services for taking out monsters, killing them specifically. And he really goes to work. I mean, you can see him just demolishing everything he gets his hands on. And he's embarrassing me by not proccing his Treachery. He always has his dang Treachery up. Salvation will synergy for both of them, yes. But, I mean, if you were going to build something like that, you'd probably want to do max synergies. What's up, DV Hunter? Grand Chamois. I like Grand Chamois. It definitely is. Grief is definitely a little overpowered, I think. Got some gauntlets. I love why Merc is just in there destroying everything. He still hasn't even gotten his proc yet. He hasn't even come close to dying, not even once. And that's with it without his Fade proc. Oh, there you go. Now he has his Fade proc. See, now he's got his little Fade. And once he has it up, honestly, I noticed that it stays up pretty much the entire game long. Because he has quite some time to re-proc it, I guess is the term.